So, good evening to everyone. Thanks so much for being present to the second edition of Bocconi Research for Europe and the World Economy. It is such a pleasure to see so many students, so many alumni, so many executives and colleagues from Bocconi universities and some colleagues of other universities. So thanks so much for being with us this evening. My name is Gianmario Verona, and I will very briefly say two words as introductory remarks of this second edition of BREWE, to then leave the floor to the real host of this event, who is the Dean of Research of Bocconi University, Professor Marco Ottaviani. So basically, why we are here tonight? Well, let me put it very briefly and very shortly with a claim. Research is a pillar of a modern university, and it is clearly a pillar at Bocconi University. However, in the last, I would say, 10 years, there has been an increasing talk of the fact that academic research is becoming more and more divided with respect to real-world questions and to the problems of the different communities of practice. At Bocconi University, we don't think that this is the case. We think that in the last few years, thanks to the evolution of data, thanks to the fact that most of research of the field that belong to Bocconi in general terms, that is social sciences, is becoming more interdisciplinary, and it is more and more pragmatically linked to real-life research questions. And so, thanks to Marco Ottaviani, first of all, who is the Dean of Research, and all the rectoral team and the administrative staff, which is working very hard on these topics, we are trying to find a way to make our academic research more and more connected to practice, because we think that the real problem is not a problem of different research questions and different types of interests, but it's just a problem of language. So a problem of having the right, let's say, boxes where to connect and where to interact with people. And that is the reason why you're seeing many images behind me that refer to the many things that we have done in these last few months. So many, for example, video appeals in which we try to explain our academic research in 3 minutes short films that talk to managers, executives, and policymakers. We're trying to engage our faculty into TED Talks, and then also we have created this format, which is called, again, Bocconi Research for Europe and the World Economy, in order to try to also have our institution that speaks more generally to problems of policies that interest policymakers and managers. We already ran one event back in March. It was March 13, and it was a very important event because it was close to the anniversary of the Treaty of Rome, and so we had an event which was more macro in terms of topics. So we talked about problems and opportunities related to integration, and so today we are going towards a more micro topic. The former event was hosted by our professor Guido Tabellini, and we had a panel talk that was run by Paul Taylor of Politico. Tonight, we're going to have something different in terms of topics, because we're going to talk about something more micro, which is the opportunities behind open innovation. And the host is Marco Ottaviani with Alfonso Gambardella, who is the one that organized the content of the talks. And we'll have the chance to have Tim Harford that will run the panel with the professors and the speakers that later on will discuss the topics that we will see. Just one last word about open innovation. We are living a wonderful period, in my view, because innovation is becoming a core claim for policymakers and for managers. Everybody is talking about the fact that digital technology is making innovation more open, but probably there is a lot of talk and few people do the walk. So to have this panel today is also something very important, to get an understanding of what we can really do at the scientific and academic level and at the practical level. Let me finally thank the governance of the university, President Monti, who is with us tonight, and Bruno Pavesi, who is my sparring partner in these days at Bocconi University. And let me call on the podium Marco Ottaviani.